his king. Every captain needs his pilot seat. Go ahead. You deserve it. I may never stand again. AC Slater. I may never stand again.
Hello, CFA Nation. Gabe.
Nick.
And we are here today to bring you guys another installment of R3 Wickets. That's right, R3 Wickets.
The glass is still on.
Oh, man. I got to say, I am fired up for this one. Oh!
I am fired up for this one. We're talking about 2 in a row. The winning streak is alive. And let me just say, I understand there were some hiccups. I understand it's not a perfect squad. But did I not say I like the Royals? I like their squad.
You did.
Now, are they going to be able to ball out like they did today for a 216? I don't know. But thank goodness they got that 216.
I got to say, the Royals weren't on my radar as far as teams to make it to the end of the dance. After seeing them today, I was impressed. You got to understand that this was a Stokesless team. Did I say that? Stokesless, right?
Yep.
And they're also missing. Who are they missing?
They didn't have Butler.
But Josh Butler. So think about that: Samson, Stokes, Butler, and Steve Smith. Holy cow! Woo! That's a lineup, brother.
Oh, that's your boy. And now the whole IPL, I'm sure they know about it. We're just new to it. They got to worry about a man named Faf Archer.
Oh, man.
Mr. 4 6s in a row.
I'm going to leave that later for what I like from the England side. But for all you naysayers out there who always is like, nah, Archer's garbage. He's overhyped, overrated. Listen, the dude gets wickets. Check his economy rate out. Today. Had the lowest economy rate. And, to boot, that tail wags, all right? No matter whether he's playing. I've seen him do this already. I wasn't surprised.
11. They put a number 11.
I've seen him do this before for England. Remember, sixes. I think it was one game he had 18 runs at that tail wags. He is a perfect tail ender because he can rake. He's gonna go out there. He's not gonna look for a dot or a single. He's gonna give you a big shot of 4 or 6, man. Oh, but CSK. I so many thoughts. Nick, I'll let you start.
All right, you know how I am. Let's start off with what we disliked. I like to get the negativity out of the way, okay? What I disliked. I'm going to start off with the Royals. You guys know I love the Royals. I love like half the teams in the IPL. There's only 8 teams. I love the Royals, but let me tell you, you guys know what's coming. And you're going to say, oh, but he got a wicket near the end, and oh, he got a catch. Tom Curran. You got to be kidding me with Tom Curran right now. His first, they start, CSK needed a required run rate of like 11.5. And in the first 3 or 4 overs before he bowled his first over, they needed like 13 or 14. They just weren't scoring runs on the first few bowlers. They bring in Tom Curran in the 4th or 5th over. This guy gives up 16 runs.
Got lit up.
16 runs just like that. And I'm telling you, every 6 he's just like, I just don't know. 16 runs. And then his second over, he only gave like 7 or 8. So I'm like, okay, not too bad. He had that catch before. All right, I'm not going to go off on him. And then he goes out there again in the death overs. And this guy just gets destroyed in the death overs. And not just that, but I'm watching where he's placing the ball. I'm watching where it's bouncing. It is just, in baseball, we call it a cookie. It's just right there, easy to get.
Right.
That ball was placed right there, mid-level of the stumps, right in front of it. And these batsmen didn't need to change a beat. They're just, boom! I went off on Tom Curran already, got slayed for it. I don't care. I'm already used to it. Okay?
Gotta do it again.
I'm already used to it. This guy, you cannot tell me he is one of your 4 or 5 bowlers that you're going with that day, every single day. I understand people are going to have some bad days. But CSK almost chased 216. And you're giving me a guy, what did he get? How many runs did he give up? He had to give up in the 40. He had to be close to that Jordan line.
You know what?
He had to be close to it. This guy, he had no answer when those 6 were being launched out. And then when Faf and Dhoni were doing their thing in the last few overs, he had no answer for him. I'm sorry. I see Sam Curran over there. I see him doing his thing as a bowler. I see him raking his 6s. He got out like a goofball early on after he was raking some 6s. But Tom Curran, that's what I dislike on Rajasthan Royal side. Sorry, you guys are going to kill me. It is what it is. What did I dislike on CSK side? All right. So this is what I don't understand. I get the idea. This is what I don't understand, and it goes for all of T20. When I see Faf and Dhoni, I think they raked 7 or 8 sixes in the last 2 overs. And they needed, at one point, they needed like 93 on 27 balls.
Right.
They lost by 16.
They lost by 16,
right?
Correct.
They trailed by 16 runs. Why is it in those last 2 overs, every single ball, boom, boom, boom. Dhoni himself got 3 like in 4 balls.
Right.
Faf was going nuts. If you can do that in the last 2 and you have to chase 1,000,000 runs, why not say we're going to turn it on a little earlier? If you can do it, and they were doing it at will. And if I'm a CSK fan, if I'm you, I'm thinking to myself, we could do this on command? And I understand you're going to say, but it's not that easy, Nick. They got to protect their wickets, Nick.
Right.
Not when you're chasing 216. If you can do it, then do it. And Faf, I got nothing but love for you. You were doing your thing. You were unbelievable. They were 16 runs short. They had to chase 216, and they were 16 runs short. They scored 200, and they lost. What would happen if they would have batted first, they got 200, and then the Royals chased them? What would have happened? All the RCB haters, they have no bowling. They can't stop the attack. They score. That's exactly what would have happened. You got. That's what I dislike. And maybe it's just me not understanding, but you guys, I know I'm seeming upset. This is just the way we do things. This is just angry Americans, I guess, talking about cricket. But you guys know, in the pit of your heart, you guys are so kind. You know I have a point.
What did I dislike? Now, go back to your point. As far as the bowling is concerned,
Preach.
Woo,
What did Curran? How much did he give up?
54 runs.
Jordan line.
I was looking it up. My man was at the Jordan line. 13. His economy rate was 13.
Gave up 6 sixes.
54
and a no ball.
runs.
The only no ball from the squad.
Woo!
Jordan line.
That's expensive. Now, what did I dislike? All right, I'm gonna start with the Royals. What did I dislike? I was upset, not upset because of the performance, but because I was so stoked for this kid, and I think he's still going to be really good. But Jaiswal, this was his debut, right? And he only got 6 runs. He saw 6 balls. Unfortunately, he, bad luck, little nerves. Everybody said, being your debut, this kid can rake. I hope he gets another shot.
I think he swung at a bad ball.
He swung at a bad ball, but I hope he gets another shot. With that being said, I can't really complain. I know what you're saying with the Royals, but I can't really complain too much about the Royals because here's the thing. They were also short. They did not have Stokes, who's one of the best all-rounders in the world.
That's what I'm saying, 216.
They didn't have Butler. This team, and they had some bowlers. Like I said, yes, we made fun of Tom Curran because he got lit up like a Christmas tree.
Don't spoil what I like so much about one of those bowlers. Oh, my gosh.
All right? But really, I think that being short, they could have come in flat like, oh, man, it's CSK or whatever. And no, they went out and they battled. Steve Smith battled, had an excellent innings. Holy cow, Samson. This guy picked him up this morning, threw him on his fantasy squad. I didn't even know who he was.
269 points, all I'm saying.
I know who Samson is now. Holy cow. Woo, that dude's a monster.
What's that other guy's name? Hant?
Who?
Lant?
I forgot who
Sands?
Listen, now I know.
I'm on that bandwagon.
When we say Pant, they're like, he's not even that good. He's inconsistent. Pant's going to have a long way to go if he's got to get through KL Rahul and Samson.
Samson was a thing of beauty.
Oh, my gosh. That was an unbelievable inning. So, I got to say, there wasn't too much not to like as far as the Royals. I was impressed. What I disliked, though, and this is on the same, the Royals got a wicket that should not have happened. And this goes back to umpiring. And you guys, or Gabe, here goes Gabe again. You know it's coming. All right? Explain to me how you go back on a call and review a call after you've already given the finger. You called it a wicket. The other team challenges it. They're out of challenges. They don't have a challenge.
Genius.
They don't have a challenge. And then you go back and say, oh, let me look at the view. I was right. I was wrong. Let me go and review. You can't do that. What? Oh, God. I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. That umpire should be fined, and everybody's going to say, but it was the right decision. It doesn't matter. You skated the rules. The rules say you got one review. if you don't use a review, it wasn't like the umpire initially said, one, wait, no, I got a mistake. No, he looked at the review after they contested it. They can't contest. They don't have a review. That was so bad on the umpire, so controversial. If I was CSK, I'd be protesting. Dhoni was talking to the umpire like, bro, you can't do that. And I mean, that's maybe as fired up as he gets, but he's like, I wish it was Virat Kohli, because Kohli would have been up in that umpire's face like, are you nuts? What is wrong with you? You can't go back at, that Dhoni was just talking to him like, you can't review a call. They don't have any reviews. You're overturning your own decision. You heathen. You know what? He goes in my box of shame, all right? He goes in the clock. This umpire, I need to find him out by name, but he goes in a box of shame. You and Campbell are in the same place, and you know what? You guys are bad at life.
To jump on that, now, for those who are going to say, oh, Royals got lucky, Royals got lucky. Archer had 2 wickets. We didn't get to see the replay in the first one to see if it was plum or not. The second one was plum. They didn't review it. The umpire didn't call it. So, I mean, that would have balanced that out, but definitely some bad calls.
This guy was horrible. Matter of fact, I don't normally look up umpire names.
Don't do it.
I'm looking up the umpire name. He goes in the Campbell box. He goes in the Campbell box. Stick him in the corner.
BCCI. He doesn't represent the views of CFA.
We're gonna stick him in the timeout corner. You know how when you're a little kid and you stick with the you're in the timeout corner, my friend. How dare you? I'm gonna find this umpire's name out. I don't want to waste any more video time, but it will be. I'm gonna scroll it across the screen right over here.
I'm gonna jump into what I liked while he's worried.
Wait, no, I haven't even got to on the CSK side.
No, that was a CSK side.
No, that was on the Rochester Royal side. On the CSK side, what I did not like, and I'm gonna get killed for this too. Do not care. Why is MS Dhoni batting 7th? I get it. If you're in a commanding position and you're okay, but you're running out of overs, okay, and I don't understand why he's batting 7th. He should have injected himself as soon as those wickets started falling and the run rate started climbing, like you said. Dhoni was in no danger of getting out. He was hitting 6s effortlessly. What if people would have had just 1 or 2 more overs? You know what I'm saying? Why was he not batting up higher? Put him at 6. I mean, let me look at CSKs. I can't remember the order. Okay, VJ got out. Watson got out. At 33, that was a silly dismissal.
Raking too.
He was raking. Okay, Faf du Plessis. Okay, here we go. Sam Curran. He's done this 2 games in a row. However, he bowls and at least he gets his wickets. He's better than his brother. But he'll go in 1 over and get dismissed. He'll hit a 6, a couple boundaries, and get dismissed. Bro, pace yourself. All right. Yes, I want you to rake, but I also don't want you to get out. Survive. Gaikwad. I know that Dhoni. Bro, dismissal on 1 ball.
That was a bad start.
1 ball. Now, here's my thing. That's 2 overs right there. Dhoni could have gotten up there, bro. If I'm Dhoni, I'm looking at this, thinking to myself, I want to win this game. Now, I actually listened because we couldn't watch the whole thing live. But if you go on the IPL site, the official site, you can see the interviews, and I'm watching the interview afterwards, and he said, we wanted to see who could handle batting at that position, and for later on, down the line. This guy's thinking so far ahead, so maybe there's a method.
They're gonna be there.
Maybe there's a method. Yeah, there's a method to the madness. Like, you're gonna be there. I know if I'm up there, I need to know who else I can count on in this team. Maybe that's how he's looking at it.
But you can't tell me when you're down within 16 runs and the match is over. You can't tell me like, oh, we actually had a chance.
We had a chance. We could have chased this thing. Like, man. This was insane. I'm sorry. I'm not Dhoni. I'm not in his head. And I listened to it as his explanation. But still, you should want to win every single game. All right? There's money on these games. Even though gambling is illegal in India. But, much places other in the world, people are gambling on these games. Fans, they're laying down their they pay to watch these games. I mean, try to win. That's all I'm saying. You know what? Other than that, people are going to say, the bowling got lit up. That was a small... Bro, fantasy, whenever they're playing at this grounds...
But most of those 6s were in the stands.
I mean, yeah, most of those 6s were out regardless. But that's small. I think the meter was like 68 meters or something like that. It was small, man. So guys were going to get lit up. I mean, Chawla got lit up. Oh, my gosh, did he get lit up. If we're going to make fun of Tom Curran... we got to make fun of my man Chawla too, because
going off.
Let's see, 55. Oh.
He beat Tom Curran by
55. Wait, it gets better. Ngidi, why? Ngidi, 56 runs. Oh, here's the worst part. He got done in by a bowler because Archer lit him up for 27 of those 56. Oh, Ngidi, he's home tonight.
In one match, we had a 54, a 55, and a 56.
Wow.
In one match.
Woo.
Okay. What did I like? There's so much to like. As much as he disliked, there's so much I like. I just say it a little quicker. So, first of all, my man, the thing I love the most about this entire thing, I mean, obviously Samson. Let me start with Samson. I love Samson's performance. Unbelievable. Not just because he was on my fantasy squad, but he was on my fantasy squad. And I only picked up, he was the only guy I picked up today. I picked up 2 million the day before that. That was amazing. Made him my captain. 269 points. Love you so much. This guy was just 6 after, I think he got 9 sixes. 6 after 6 after 6. It was unbelievable. It was the best way to start off that performance. Best way to start off. He came in third. You know, Jaiswal, right?
Yeah.
He went out early. Great way to go in there. Unbelievable performance. But the thing that just put the biggest smile on my face, even more than that, was this guy, I'm not going to say his name right, Tewatia. Okay, Tewatia. This guy, he gets a 6. He runs to the middle of the pitch and he goes right in front of the batter. When the guy is mad, Watson goes down. Watson was raking. Second match in a row. Raking. He did better than Sam Curran, but did the same kind of thing. He got out from Tewatia, runs up there. I mean, it was unbelievable. He did that every single time. This guy is a savage. Let me know if this is just how he is. He is fiery. He is competitive. He doesn't care. He acts like he's 300 pounds, 6'6". I mean,
dude.
He does not care.
He's a small dude, man. I love that celebration.
Pure entertainment.
That's almost as good as who is it from the West Indies that does the kick celebration?
Yeah,
dude. I was like, oh, talk about sledging. Oh, this guy's gonna be on many a video.
He goes into the middle, 5 feet away. I don't want to hear it. I just shut you up. Now go back to your locker room and bring the next guy out because I'm gonna take him out too.
Oh man,
this guy on the stumps, on the duck, on that one guy. I think he's a young kid. He goes up to. I mean. Unbelievable entertainment.
He's hilarious.
He was awesome. I absolutely loved the entire squad. I hated how close CSK got. I was telling Gabe, it's in the bag, but they're making it interesting. It's in the bag. Oh, but it's getting closer. Within 16 runs. At one point where they were mathematically eliminated, I was like, oh, thank goodness. But it was super, super close. Am I not? Yeah, it was 16 runs. You get 216 runs. It's the most we've seen in IPL, most we've seen in T20. Unbelievable. I love that entire thing. That's what I love about the Royals. There was so much more, but that was the main thing I loved. There's just so much. I want to say that Samson had this great, deflection off a catch as a wicketkeeper. There were so many great plays. What did I like about CSK? There's a guy on CSK whose name is not Dhoni, who is unbelievable. This is the guy, in my opinion, I've only seen him in 2 matches, right? It's only been 4 in the entire IPL. This guy is like the MVP of the league right now. This guy's unbelievable. His name is Faf, okay? I can't say his last name. His name is Faf. I can't pronounce it.
It's Francois Duplessis.
This guy is unbelievable. He got another catch today. He had gotten 3 the match before. He rakes 6s. He's like, Hercules body shape. This guy is unbelievable. I wish he was on my squad. He has carried CSK offensively and fielding-wise. In these 2 matches, they came within 16 runs of chasing, of at least catching up to Rajasthan Royals. Unbelievable. I love what Faf did for your boys.
What did I like? What I liked about the Royals, first and foremost, was my boy Smudge. All right? He had not been playing too well in T20, right? He was struggling a little bit. I mean, I don't think I seen him get a half century. Today, my boy went off, and let me double check. Yep, he was the second highest scorer with 69. Oh, Smudgy. Now, I see what everybody's saying. That one crazy was one of the last shots we got to see where the ball was on the other side. He dove on the ground, threw his bat up, hit it up, and it went for a boundary. This guy takes the weirdest shot. It's almost impossible to bowl to this guy. Yeah, he loves batting. I love some Smudge. I was happy to see him play, okay? I was happy to see him play and play well. Again, he had not been playing the best in T20. Something else I liked about the Royals, Archer. Archer gets a lot of flack, and I know why. When in England you got guys that are so experienced, like Stuart Broad, like Jimmy Anderson. He's held to a high standard. But this guy is a stud. If any, you gotta watch him play. Not only can he bat, and that's just an added plus, but early on he went in and dominated. And let me just read you Archer's line from today: 4 overs, 26 runs. Had the lowest run economy. Oh, and by the way, got himself a wicket. All right. He had how many? Let me see. 1 wide only. He gave up 2 sixes, 13 overs. Oh, no, not overs. I'm sorry. That's
13 dots.
The 13 dots. So I mean, the closest one to that 650 economy rate would be Chahar, who got a 775 economy rate. But I mean, again, he was brilliant today, bro. He was brilliant, and he really made the batsman uncomfortable. There was a ball that he threw, and it bounced, and he just literally, you saw Dhoni's face because it went right over Dhoni's head, and that was probably the wide right there. Dhoni just looked at it and kind of smiled like, this guy's nasty. This guy's nasty. Bottom line, listen, England, if you guys don't want him, we'll take him back. Go on the West Indies squad, Archer.
And he didn't even have his fastest stuff. I was clocking him at 89,
Bro,
90 or something like that.
Easy cheese, as they say. This guy can bowl. He's the real deal. Now, on the CSK side, there's so many good things to like. I know you already talked about Faf. Faf is an absolute savage. He's a great bowler. I got to see Dhoni bat because we didn't really get to see him bat in that first one. And this guy is almost effortless, like you say, when he hits those sixes.
Turn it on.
He's got power. Do you see his legs, bro? They're tree trunks. People misconceive.
Well, he's got a lot of pads, too.
No. Like, you can see that they're his thighs, bro. They're tree trunks, man. So you can tell the difference between a pad and... Why do I look at legs? Most power hitters, it's from their legs. At least in baseball, that's where your power is, from your base. And he's got tree trunks for legs. Think about boxing. Mike Tyson. Remember those massive thighs, man? Saquon Barkley, those massive thighs and quads. Bro, look at this guy's legs. He's a monster. And he was hitting them almost effortlessly. We got to see him put up 29 once again on 17 balls. Not bad. Jadav as well, batted well. They're deep, but they're still hobbled. I text Nick afterwards like, you know what? They almost chased down 216, which is the highest score we've seen. And let's continue. Now let's just go on to... This might be the year of CSK like the Yankees last year with all the injuries. They came into the season. Tahir's got to be injured. Because if Tahir's not injured, why has he been left off, okay? I'm trying to scour the internet. I don't know if he's injured. I know Dwayne Bravo's injured, so no Bravo. No Tahir. And then for this game, we lose the guy from last game that was our hero. I'm sorry?
Rayudu.
Rayudu, right? So it's like, how many more guys can go down? Now, there's 2 train of thoughts. This is the oldest team on paper. They got 8 guys over 35. Is it age setting in? I mean...
But they still scored 200.
I know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I like the fact that even without their full squad, they can still put up 200. You know what? Our leading scorer from the last game, Rayudu was the leading scorer from the last game, didn't even play this game. No Dwayne Bravo, no Tahir, still put up 200. So I feel good about my prediction that CSK is going to be there in the end, okay? Especially seeing how quickly Dhoni was able to turn it on. Some adjustments. Maybe he's that kind of guy that says, you know what? I know, like you said earlier, we're going to be there at the end. I need to know who I can depend on so we could build this team moving forward. So that was a good prediction by you. But that's what I liked. Nick, let us know, what did you learn?
Dude, I mean, he has 2 bowlers that got over the Jordan line. I mean, it's unbelievable.
And they still,
What I learned is starting with CSK, and it's going to piggyback on what you said. I had put them out of the playoffs. The main reason why, not just because they were a little older and because, this or that, they didn't have Reina, is because I knew he was going to pick him. I just knew he was going to pick him, and I just had to throw some shade that way, right? I learned that this squad could be the best in the league right now. And I love the fact that the Royals beat them. I absolutely love it because they have some apparent holes, but how do you fix those holes? You get healthy, for crying out loud. I'm not saying that Chala is their worst bowler. I'm not saying Nagy is their worst bowler, but you can replace that with the other 2, Bravo and Tahir. I mean, come on. I think CSK could be the most dangerous team, and that's why this win by the Royals is even much bigger and much more important. But I think it's also going to light a fire. I could be wrong. Dhoni could be like, I'm not worried about it. We're going to be there. But I can't imagine how you score 200 and you don't win, even though you're chasing. And I understand it's a different approach. I don't know how that does not light a fire on you, where you're just like, we're going to clean up those holes. But now, like you said, we got our backups getting 200. That's incredible. But still, you gave up 216. But I learned that CSK, they could be, early on the season, they could be the most dangerous team once again in the IPL. What did I learn on the Royals side? I learned that this team, I'm going to go with the whole team once again, this team is dangerous. This team has got these young guys like Archer, and I'm guessing Tewatia is a young guy. He looks like a young guy to me. They got these young, fiery guys who are not afraid. You think Tewatia is afraid whatsoever? I love that guy. He's probably one of my new favorite bowlers. Right, he's going to go right there in the same slot as Woxie and Archer. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He had the fire. He wanted to get more. He wanted to keep eating. It was unbelievable. Like you said, they don't have two of their batsmen. Two really good batsmen that can put up 70s if they want to or more. And they're able to put 216 runs on the team that beat Mumbai. Okay? This team, I'm telling you, the IPL is going to be fun this year. I understand it's early on the season. I understand the pitch is going to get worn out and things are going to change. But this team has got all the necessary pieces. They had some of their guys go down early and not score a lot of runs. Unbelievable. They have Samson, who is just phenomenal today. I learned that both these squads are really, really good. We could have saw a preview of a future playoff match or maybe even a finals match. Who knows? I'm not sure how the seeding works. But it was a fantastic game. So glad I got another win today. Made me feel so good. But that's where I learned that these two squads, they could be there at the end.
You know, what I learned, honestly, it's both teams. What did we just say? Both teams put up huge numbers today, and both teams were hobbled. Now, I guarantee you the Royals aren't putting up 216 if you've got Tahir in there, who's a real spinner and is.
But how many teams put up 216, right?
Nobody has, exactly. And I guarantee you, if you got Dwayne Bravo in there, you're also not giving up 216. With that being said, maybe they do because Stokesy wasn't there, Butler wasn't there, and these guys are absolute savages. I overlooked the Royals because I didn't know, outside of Archer, I didn't know any of their bowlers. So now I'm like, holy cow, Tewatia. I mean,
and they had other guys too. I'm not thinking of them the top of my head.
You know, they had some bowlers, and I mean, we could look real quick at the list of bowlers. They have Gopal.
Yep,
Gopal. There we go. He had a wicket, 38 runs, not bad, in 4 overs. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Curran, who with his 54 runs.
To quote you, how dare you?
You know, here's the thing. This is on both sides. These teams are performing at this level, and we don't have a full squad yet, bro. There is so much parity in IPL. Honestly, I do not feel that confident. When I picked my 4, I feel confident in CSK. I do, because I feel like CSK is going to be there at the end. They have the experience. They only got to have. But every game, there's been no laughers where like, yep, this game is over. And even today, which could have been a blowout, like you said,
should have been a laugher.
Should have been a laughter. Came down to 16 runs, a couple of plays here and there. You know what I'm saying? There was one ball that cost them 24 runs, I think it was, when Archer was bowling to when Archer was bowling, when Archer was batting, and that was a no ball by Ngidi, which he hit a 6. Then it was a no ball, so that's 7. Then again they hit a 6, and it was a no ball again. It was insane. I was like, oh my gosh, you got to be. It was the worst no ball ever. But again, it's one of those situations, man, where there's so much parity. There aren't going to be any undefeated teams. It ain't going to be the CPL, even though I'm like, man, I want CSK to go undefeated. It ain't going to happen, bro. And we're in for a long ride, a lot of up and downs. And you know what? Just got to pray to be there at the end. Out of all the teams, we haven't seen all the teams yet because KKR hasn't played yet.
And they're supposed to be dangerous.
And I'm telling you, I did the overview on these guys. These guys are dangerous, bro. They're super deep. They are super deep.
Who would you say is probably the weakest squad? And we're going to hurt some people's feelings right now. But on paper, what we've seen so far, and 78 teams have played, you've seen them all. Who do you think would be the weakest?
weakest squad, 7 out of 18. That's tough, man. Because I would say the Royals, but not the Royals, the Kings, 11.
The Kings, that's what I'm thinking.
But the Kings got screwed. Technically, that game should have never gone to a Super Over.
Did they play over their potential and then they got screwed? I don't know.
Bro.
I didn't see them play, so I can't really... I'm just saying on paper, I would say the Kings look like the weakest, but could they make the playoffs? I think they could.
They did that.
That's why it's so dangerous.
That was a Kings... That was a Chris Galis Kings as well. And his replacement, Puran, put up nothing. And they were also missing people. I'm telling you, there is no such thing as a weak team in the IPL. You can't walk in and say, oh, yeah, this is a laydown. We got a W today. You know, this isn't like the Yankees walking in to play the Baltimore Orioles when we beat you 18 of the last,
go into battle.
19
and from my understanding, there's usually 2 games every night. So this is 1 game a night. So they have more rest. I mean, it's going to be a battle every single time.
Ooh, you want to switch up those predictions? No. I'm still going to stand on my prediction.
What we'll do is halfway the season, we'll see if we want to switch them up. We'll do a little midway season. We'll see if we want to adjust some of those things. That Khalil Ahmed is not looking so good right now. But we'll see.
Okay, who's impressed you the most then, out of all these games you've seen?
Faf. Without hesitation.
Which teams impressed you the most? Thus far, first week.
I already the 2 teams I played today. They're the teams and I'm Mumbai all the way. That's my number 1 squad.
Right.
I love RCB's win. But I saw CSK, even though they chased him and they won. I saw CSK outclass Mumbai, almost catch a 216 today, and I saw the Royals put 216 on CSK.
I did not know. See, I knew there were a couple names on the Royals, but I didn't realize. Again, I'm only familiar with the international players. I wasn't familiar with the Indian players. But when you got a Samson, you've got a Butler, you got a Steve Smith, you've got a Stokes. Holy cow, that's a
list keeps going.
That's an ugly 4 to get through, bro. And then the young boy, which I'm telling you, I've seen this guy bat. He put up 300 in his debut of what was it? Oh, I can't remember. I said it in my review, but it was like 300 in his debut playing cricket at the domestic level. I mean, again, I get it, it's the domestic level. This kid can bat, bro. They're deep. 1 through 5, 1 through 6, they're deep. And now you're seeing Archer's nasty here, limited overs. That is where Archer excels. You know, in tests, he struggles once he has to give you more than 8 or 9 overs. That 10th over, forget about it. He's giving them up like cookies. You know what I mean? Just here. You know what I mean?
Very shines, yeah.
But early, limited overs, Archer excels. Your boy that you discovered today, Tewatia. I mean, if they could just keep Curran from giving up, going above that that Jordan line, you know what I'm saying? If they can keep Curran from getting Jordan, they got a shot every single game.
All I'm going to say is viewers that I highly respect and other viewers I don't really know that well, they crushed me on the Curran thing. How's that statement look right now after today's game? How's it look? I'm new. I get it. I admit all the time. How's that look right now?
I'm telling you, man, got lit up like a Christmas tree. But to be fair, a lot of guys got lit up today. Holy cow.
He was one of the 3. I got the Jordan line.
Oh, man, the Jordan.
Anyways.
You know what, Jordan, before he could go, right now I'm sure Jordan's watching our video thinking, bro, why don't you rename the line? You guys renamed the sibling.
You can't be the first. You can't be the first, and he can't be with this guy. He's going to crush you forever. He coined the phrase. I coined the root line, so maybe it's ultimately my fault. But he coined the phrase. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to tell us your thoughts. We know we're a bunch of novice Americans, but these are our thoughts. We're loving watching this. We'll see you next time. And until next time.
That's 6 runs.